Tea gone cold on the desk beside the books. Rain against the glass the way it always looks. On the nights I spend inside my own company, comfortable with quiet, comfortable with me. I keep a jacket that belongs to someone gone. Not gone like leaving, gone like time moves on. Still fits the same but different in the shoulders now. Funny what the body learns to carry into how. Found a ticket stuff from somewhere I can't place. A cinema a day to half remembered face. Not enough to grieve, too much to throw away. So it lives inside a box where small forever stays. Everything I loved has left a texture, something in the fabric of the days. Not a scar exactly, more a signature of everywhere I've been and everyone that stayed. Worn smooth at the corners where I held it long. Faded in the places that saw the most light. Not damaged by the living, just belonging to someone who showed up and stayed through the night. Every fraying edge, a thing that happened. Every crease, a season I came through. Nothing near the time hasn't softened into something I could finally call true. There's a mug I used that belonged to someone wise. Chipped a little on the handle, still it pours. I think about the hands that held it, think about the eyes that looked across the table at a world worth living for. Maybe that's the inheritance we carry with our name. Not the things bequeathed, but the warmth inside the objects. The way that love persists inside the ordinary frame of everyday things that outlast all this. Everything I've loved has left a texture, something in the fabric of the days. Not a scar exactly, more a signature everywhere I've been and everyone that stayed. Worn smooth at the corners where I held it long. Faded in the places that saw the most light. Not damaged by the living, just belonging to someone who showed up and stayed through the night. Every fraying edge, a thing that happened. Every crease, a season I came through. Nothing near the time hasn't softened into something I could finally call true. I used to want things pristine and untouched, unmarked by you, unbothered by the years. Now I understand that nothing loved that much survives without the evidence it bears. The wear is not the damage, it's the proof that something mattered long enough to show. And I'd rather carry something holding truth than something perfect that I'll never know. Worn smooth at the corners where I held it long. Faded in the places that saw the most light. Not damaged by the living, just belonging to someone who showed up and stayed through the night. Every fraying edge, a thing that happened. Every crease, a season I came through. Nothing near the time hasn't softened into something I could finally call true. Finally call true. Tea gone cold, rain against the glass. Warm, smooth, something finally true. Thought I'd be further by now, if I'm honest. Thought the road would look different from here, but something about where I'm standing feels solid. Something I haven't felt in a couple of years. Went through a season I don't talk about much, the kind that hollows you out room by room. Kept the lights on, kept the schedule, kept in touch. But it was mostly just performance in the gloom. Then one morning I made breakfast from scratch. Scrambled eggs, took my time, didn't rush. Small thing, but something in me started to catch. Like a pilot light flickering back to flush. Nobody threw a party for it. Nobody marked it on a wall, but I felt it in my hands that morning. Steady when they weren't at all. Made it through the part that almost broke me. Carrying a weight nobody really noticed. Came out on the other side a little worn, but warmer than I was before the storm. Quietly breathing, quietly whole. Something rebuilt itself without my knowing. Not a triumph, not a crown, not a throne. Just me awake and finding my way home. Started leaving my phone across the room at night. Sleeping deeper than I had in months. Woke up reaching for the worry, found it light. Like it got tired of waiting for once. Ran into someone I hadn't seen in years. They said I looked like someone finally fit. Didn't know how to explain what they could feel. Just nodded, smiled and let it sit. Nobody threw a party for it. Nobody marked it on a wall, but I felt it in my hands that morning. Steady when they weren't at all. Made it through the part that almost broke me. Carrying a weight nobody really noticed. Came out on the other side a little worn, but warmer than I was before the storm. Quietly breathing, quietly whole. Something rebuilt itself without my knowing. Not a triumph, not a crown, not a throne. Just me awake and finding my way home. The version of me that kept going in the dark deserves a moment, even if it's just this song. No one saw the work behind the ordinary days. No one counts the miles when they're not known. But I know what it costs to stay in motion. I know the quiet price of holding on. And I'm not the same as who I was before it, but I think I like who's left when the hard part's gone. Made it through the part that almost broke me. Carrying a weight nobody really noticed. Came out on the other side a little worn, but warmer than I was before the storm. Quietly breathing, quietly whole. Something rebuilt itself without my knowing. Not a triumph, not a crown, not a throne. Just me awake and finding my way home. Finding my way home. Warmer than before. Quietly whole. Finding my way. Finding my way home. Lamp on low, the city's gone to sleep. Got an old record playing something deep. Pages open to a chapter I'll reread. More for the feeling than the words it said. There's a photograph I keep inside a drawer. Not on any wall, not where anyone could see. Taking on the summer, I don't talk about much more, but carry like a stone inside a pocket quietly. The faces in it younger, lighter in the jaw. Laughing at a nothing that meant everything back then. I've tried to name the feeling and I always come up raw. Some moments live forever in a language without one. Not grieving, not quite longing either. Just sitting with the warmth of having been. Some chapters close and leave you fuller for the life that happened in between. There's a kind of ache that doesn't ask to heal. Amber color soft around the truth. The kind that proves a thing was something real. A quiet tax on everything you loved in youth. Nothing broken, nothing left undone. Just the distance folding into where you are. Some things live better in the setting sun, and some lights only glow this bright from far. I called a number I no longer need to keep, just to hear the voicemail of a voice I used to know. Not in sadness, more the way you find in half awake sleep. Something surfacing before you have the sense to let it go. The city hums the same outside my window as it did when I was someone newer and the future felt wide. Now I'm someone who can hold both what is and what was hid, and find them sitting comfortable, existing side by side. Not grieving, not quite longing either, just sitting with the warmth of having been. Some chapters close and leave you fuller for the life that happened in between. There's a kind of ache that doesn't ask to heal, amber colored soft around the truth, the kind that proves the thing was something real. A quiet tax on everything you loved in youth. Nothing broken, nothing left undone, just the distance folding into where you are. Some things live better in the setting sun, and some lights only glow this bright from far. Dust on the piano keys, nobody plays it now. The house I grew up in sold twice since I left. Sometimes I drive past just to remember how it felt to be so small inside something so kept. I don't go and I don't need to anymore. The memory is cleaner than the building, just a kid behind a yellow childhood door, with everything ahead and nothing missing. There's a kind of ache that doesn't ask to heal, amber color soft around the truth, the kind that proves the thing was something real. A quiet tax on everything you loved in youth. Nothing broken, nothing left undone, just the distance folding into where you are. Some things live better in the setting sun, and some lights only glow this bright from far. Only glow this bright from far. Lamp on low, record still spinning. A quiet tax on everything, amber and warm. Breeze came through at 8:30. Nothing urgent, nothing left to calculate, just the curtain moving like it has somewhere to be, and me deciding that was good enough for me. Been a long stretch of getting through the days, head down counting hours through the haze, but something lifted somewhere in the weight. A thread I didn't pull just came undone and free. Stood in the kitchen longer than I should, realized the ache was gone, or at least quieted for good. No announcement, no one there to mark the shift, just me in the morning and an unexpected gift. Didn't need a reason for it, didn't need to understand, just let it move through me like weather through an open hand. Something in me finally settled down, not the noise I chased all over town, just the warmth that lives beneath the skin, the kind that starts from somewhere deep within. Quietly full, quietly whole, no one needs to know what reached my soul. Just wide, I slow, breathing in, just the feeling of beginning again. Just the feeling of beginning again. Took a longer route on the way back home, didn't mind the extra miles alone. Watched the street lights flicker into gold, felt a little younger, felt a little bold. Hummed a melody I hadn't heard in years, something from before the wait, before the fears. Funny how the body holds what the mind forgets. Some songs live inside you, haven't left you yet. Didn't need a reason for it, didn't need to understand, just let it move through me like weather through an open hand. Something in me finally settled down, not the noise I chased all over town, just the warmth that lives beneath the skin, the kind that starts from somewhere deep within. Quietly full, quietly whole, no one needs to know what reached my soul. Chest wide, I slow, breathing in, just the feeling of beginning again. Maybe this is what recovery looks like, not a moment, just a Tuesday afternoon, not a revelation, just a kitchen light, and a feeling that arrived a little too soon. Before I was ready, before I made the room, it slipped in through the cracks and let me bloom quietly without asking my permission. Just warmth doing what warmth does on a mission. Something in me finally settled down, not the noise I chased all over town. Just the warmth that lives beneath the skin, the kind that starts from somewhere deep within. Quietly full, quietly whole, no one needs to know what reached my soul. Just wide eyes, slow breathing in, just the feeling of beginning again. Of beginning again. Quietly whole, breathing in, somewhere deep within, beginning again. Not every ending has a door that slams. Some just slowly become a window you stop opening. I noticed it the way you notice weather, not the exact moment the temperature dropped. Just the morning you reach for a heavier coat without thinking. The conversations got a little shorter, not from anger, just from the natural tapering of two people who have said most of what they came to say to each other. I kept showing up and so did you, both of us honoring something that was changing shape beneath our hands, the way clay does when it's deciding what it wants to become. There was no villain in this, no wound I can point to, just the quiet arithmetic of two lives that once added up perfectly and slowly found different sums. I'm not holding this against anything, not against you, not against the time we had, not against the version of us that made complete sense for as long as it did. I'll set this down the way you set down something precious with both hands carefully, aware of the weight of what you're releasing. Grateful for how long you got to carry it, the door stays open in the way that matters. I just won't be standing in it, waiting anymore, and that's not lost, that's just love learning a new shape. I went through the things we built together, not to mourn them, just to see them clearly one last time, in honest light. There was more good than I remembered in the account, and more laughter, more ordinary grace, more evidence of two people genuinely trying, and grief usually lets you see while you're still inside it. I wanna keep that version, the accurate one, not the one that pain edits into something simpler than it actually was. You were real, this was real, and real things deserve to be remembered without the distortion of how they ended. I'm not holding this against anything, not against you, not against the time we had, not against the version of us that made complete sense for as long as it did. I'll set this down the way you set down something precious with both hands carefully, aware of the weight of what you're releasing. Grateful for how long you got to carry it, the door stays open in the way that matters. I just won't be standing in, waiting anymore, and that's not lost, that's just love learning a new shape. Somewhere ahead there is a morning that doesn't carry this, not because I forgot, but because I finally let it be finished. The way good things deserve to be finished, with gratitude, with gentleness.